Okay students, so today we will be starting the portion of how to draw any kind of graph of any linear equation or plot any graph of linear equation. You know coordinate geometry graphs, okay, you know how to plot points on graphs, okay. These basic concepts are needed to complete this chapter. This is the exercise number 4.3. On the previous class we did till exercise number 4.2. Now 4.3, these are some important exercise where you will learn how to draw graphs for linear equations. Now on the first day when I started the linear equation chapter, I told you why equations are called linear. Linear means a straight line. Why straight line? What is the relation of straight line with equation? The relation of straight line with equation is that if you plot any linear equation in any coordinate axis, you will get a straight line. The graph will be like a straight line, okay. You know quadratic equations also. If you plot graph of any quadratic equation, it will look like this. It will look like parabolic. It will be a parabola, okay, like that. It is like that. So for linear equation, the graph is linear, that means a straight line, okay. This is the basic concept that is needed for you, that any graph that you plot in this chapter will be or must be a straight line. If it is not a straight line, if all the points that you plotted does not lie on a straight line, that means there is some mistake in your sum. You have to recheck what you have done, okay. So I will show you how to do some equations. I will take one as an example from an exercise and I will show you. Just I don't have a graph paper, so I will just do it in a schematic form, but you can draw it on a graph paper because you know graphs, the coordinate axis, because in the previous chapter you have done the coordinate geometry, okay. Okay, so this is our first equation. This is the sum number 1 part 4. This is 3 equal to 2x plus y. This sum we will be doing right now to plot the graph of this linear equation. Now I have told you while during the class, or I don't think that you remember this thing, you will learn in higher classes, that equation of a straight line has a certain equation. That equation looks in the form of this: y equal to mx plus c, okay, where m means a particular thing and c means a particular thing, which you don't need right now, okay. But what you need is the form of this equation. You can see that y is completely separate from the other variables on just one side, and obviously the sign is positive and the coefficient is 1, okay. So every equation that you see in this chapter, for which you want to plot a graph, always you have to convert that equation in this form. That is, you have to make the y completely alone with a positive sign and with a coefficient of 1, okay. This is the first main important point for this, for doing sums in this exercise. So let's do this one. So if you want to take this in that form, so I will, to make the y alone, I will take the 2x to this side. So it will look like y equal to 3 and 2x was plus on this side, it will go to that side, will be minus 2x, okay. This will be my equation, okay. See, y has a positive coefficient and obviously the coefficient is 1. So this is my required equation. Now what I will do is I will draw a table like that. You have seen this kind of table drawn by me in the previous class. So I told you that x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable. Now this is a very common sense question: whose value can you choose? A independent variable's value or a dependent variable's value? A small boy, a little boy is dependent. That means it is he or she is dependent on his or her mother and parents, okay. Now if someone is independent, that means that he or she is not dependent on his or her parents, okay. That is, he or she is independent. That means he or she can choose his or her own decision, what he or she could be in his or her life, okay. All the decisions are all independent decisions. That means the choice is free. You are free to choose. So whose value you are free to choose? Obviously the independent variable's value, okay. Don't choose the dependent variable's value, always choose the independent variable's value, that is the x. So we will choose the value of x. So x value we will choose in such an order like that: 1 is minus negative, 1 is positive, and another one will be 0, like that, okay. So minus 1, 0, plus 1, okay, like that. Minus 1, 0, plus 1, like that. 3 values, at least 3 values to be chosen, maximum 5 values, not more than that. After 5, it will be a very hectic thing to do for you to plot so many points in the graph. It will be a mess. It will take more time, okay. More time will be consumed and you can't complete that sum in the examination. So minimum 3, maximum 5, that is required. Now one by one put the values in the rough, or you can do it in the fair. Anywhere you can do it. So y equal to 3 minus, first minus 1 we will put, so 2 into minus 1. So it will give you 3 minus 2 into minus 1, this minus and this minus will become plus, so it will become 3 plus 2, it will become 5. So y value will be 5. Okay, for x is x minus 1, y value will be 5. Okay, so first one done. Next one, put 0. So 3 minus 2 into x value is 0, so put 0. So 2 into 0 will be 0, so 3 minus 0, it will become 3. So this value will be 3. Okay, so 0 also done, just one only left, only one left. Now equal to 3 minus 2 into, see, for x equal to 1, what I will do, put 1. So 3 minus 2 ones are 2, so it will give you 1, so it gives you 1. Understood? This is how you take the 3 points, 3 coordinates that you want to plot. Now how will you find the coordinates? So it is very simple. A coordinate specifically is in the form of x comma y. So take separate x comma y values and make them in form of 3 coordinates. See, 3 circles means 3 coordinates. What will be the 3 coordinates? See, first coordinate will be from here, minus 1 comma 5. This will be my first coordinate. See, x comma y. See, x value is minus 1, y value is 5. So x comma y, first comes x, then comes y. So next, from the next part, it will be x value is 0, y value is 3. So 0 comma 3. Next value is x is 1, y is also 1. So 1 comma 1. So these are the 3 coordinates you will be plotting on the graph paper. These are the 3 coordinates you will be plotting on the graph paper. So I will just rub this small mathematical portion. I will plot these 3 coordinates. Just roughly I will sketch these 3 coordinates. Okay, let's see. So this is my graph. Okay, this is my coordinate axis. So this is x, and we know the negative x is actually given by x dash. This is y, that is positive y, and this y will be y dash because it is a negative y. Okay, so this is the origin O, and over here I will mark it as 1, 2, 3, 4. These are positive parts of x-axis, these are negative parts, that is minus 1, minus 2. Not more than minus 2 I can give because there is no space, and also not needed also, because you can see x doesn't reach even greater than minus 2, it just stops at minus 1. So it won't have a much smaller value other than minus 2. Okay, next y will be having positive of 5, so I have to make the y accommodate in this place. So 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then over here I can write 6 also. Okay, and now in the negative portion also I don't have to care about, I can just give minus 1 and minus 2. Okay, because in y there is in fact no negative 1. Okay, now the first point, that means this point, minus 1 comma 5. So how to do the plotting, you know, I have shown you many times, so I am again showing you. So first draw a perpendicular line, dotted line from minus 1. Okay, and because x is minus 1, so from x-axis draw from minus 1, give a perpendicularly dotted line. Then for 5, this 5 is y actually, positive y. So from positive y axis, from the 5, again draw perpendicularly a line, dotted line. See, these two line cuts at this point. So this is my required point, minus 1 comma 5. Okay, understood this portion? Next comes 0 comma 3. Now 0, x is 0. As I have told you, if x value is 0, then point is on y axis. That means whose value will be 0, the point will be on the opposite axis. And if y value is 0, I have shown you this, and I have told you in the previous class also, if y value is 0, then point is on x axis. This is a short trick to remember. Okay, you should always remember this if you are doing coordinate geometry, because these are two basic things that you should know. So 0 comma 3, so 0 means x is 0, so x is 0 means point is on y axis. So this 3 will be over here, the point of 3 on y axis. See, 3 plus 3, and over here I have given the point because this is plus 3 y. And now comes 1 comma 1, that is 1 for x and 1 for y. So x equal to 1, that means I will draw a dotted line over here from x equal to 1, then y equal to also 1, so I will draw a dotted line from here also. See, these two lines cut at this point. See, 3 lines I have plotted. Now if you put a scale and to draw a line, you will see that all the 3 lines will come in a same line. Okay, all the 3 points will come in a same line. Since I am drawing with my hand, it's not that much accurate. So this will be your equation, this will be your graph for the line for your equation, that is this one, the equation, the question, that is, you can also write the equation over here, that is 3 equal to 2x plus y. For this equation, this line you have given. Okay, you can write the equation like that, so it indicates that this equation is for this line. Okay, so understood how we did. Plotting is very easy, just you have to plot and then join all the lines with a straight line. Now if you see that all the points are not coming on a straight line, that means you have done some mistake. There is no mistake in the sum, you have done some mistake, that's why all the 3 points are not coming on a same line. Okay, So you have to recheck them. We will take some other sums and then we will proceed forward. Okay, so our next sum will be number 3, where it is told that if the point 3 comma 4 lies on the graph of this equation, if the point 3 comma 4 lies on that means as simple as that, if you draw a graph of this equation, that means like that. So the point 3 comma 4, where will be the point 3 comma 4? It will, let me draw it more bit clearly. Suppose this is a graph, so your 3 comma 4 point will be, so 3 is on x-axis, that means over here I think 3 should be, and 4 should be over here. So if you draw dotted line over here and dotted line over here, so you will get there the point. Okay, this is 3 comma 4, this will be 3 comma 4. So suppose your graph is like this, so you can see this 3 comma 4 point, it lies on this line, that is this line will be of the equation, this one, 3y equal to ax plus 7. Suppose let's say that means this equation has a graph of this line, okay, as graph like this line, and this line passes through the point 3 comma 4. So you have to find the value of a. Then you have to find the value of a. What will be the value of a? It's very simple, very simple. We have done this in the previous exercise also. What you will do when it is said that a point lies on the equation of any line, sorry, the equation, the point lies on a line that is given by this equation. So what you do actually, you put the coordinates in place of x and y. So this is the x coordinate, this will be the x coordinate, and this will be the y coordinate. This is the x value, this is the y value. So put this x value in place of x value, y value in place of y value, then solve the equation, you will find the value of the unknown variable. Let's do it. So 3 into y value, so y value is 4, see, so I will put the 4 equal to a, x value is what, 3 plus 7. Now as you can see, 3 4s are 12 equal to 3a plus 7. Okay, next 3a, this 7 will come over here, so it will become 12 minus 7. So you will get that 3a equal to 5, and therefore a equal to 5 by 3. Simple answer. Okay, this will be your answer. See, very simple sum, just a 2 mark sum you can say. Okay, this is a simple trick to know about the linear equations, that if any point lies on any line, you can put the value of the x and y values of those points in the equation of that line. Okay, in the place of x and y in the equation of that line. Okay, every time remember this. This is a very short trick, don't confuse this one. So today we will do up to this. I hope that you have understood how to draw lines. See, these 2 examples are enough for you to draw any kind of line. The other sums that are given in the exercise are all kind of problem sums, where you have to make your own linear equation based on what problems they have given. Okay, you know how to do that because you have done it in previous exercises also. So just make one equation, that is linear equation, by reading the whole problem. Then after finding the linear equation, you can do this step, that is the step that I showed in the previous sum, that is 1 part 4. Like separating the y and separating all the other on the other side, and then doing that table, x and y table. Okay, like that you can do any kind of equation and plot any kind of graph. Okay, try doing that, and it will be also good practice for coordinate geometry. So if you practice this exercise, you don't have to practice coordinate geometry. Why? Because this exercise covers all the topics of coordinate geometry. If you plot the axis, plot the graph of any linear equation, then you should already know what coordinate geometry is. So if you know this exercise, you have to know coordinate geometry. Okay, but if you don't know coordinate geometry, first do coordinate geometry, then do this exercise, because everything will be confused then if you don't know coordinate geometry. Okay, first get a strong base in coordinate geometry, then come to this exercise and do this plotting of graphs. Okay, thank you everyone.